Stop switching to whatever the fuck you think the default is, OBS. Jesus Christ. God, that was 12 minutes of talking at absolutely nothing because no one could fucking hear me. Give me a moment while I look at OBS and try to force it to stop doing that. Too much to do while live. God fucking damn it. I don't know why it does that. Audio is the most fucking cursed thing on the planet. Okay, trying to remember what I yapped about. Right. Right now the current target is we need to get like 230 HP in order to survive a hit from Forza and also a hit from his wife coming in rapid succession. Staggers. I had hoped to avoid on-screen grinding, but that's not really possible, clearly. Since with 4 bars we can't skip Forza being summoned, we just don't have the damage output for it. Honestly, getting to the target HP might actually push us to the point where we could do that with some lucky rolls and good timing. But I don't think her HP starts slow enough to really manage that. I'm gonna give it 4 like actual attempts once we get to the target number. Before going, okay, no, we get a freelancer because this would just be really boring otherwise. It's a good thing I did grind up those 2 levels off screen though, because that's 2 levels we don't have to grind through. And the more levels we have, the longer a grind session can go before we could have to hit up the inn. not the right input. Man, these monsters really have it out for Lena. She and Galuf are super behind because for some reason the monsters just really want their McNuggies. Doing this does remind me that I need to actually start my proper rest run. I keep forgetting to go to the site and see what I've got. I'll be running that on PR, so I'm not doing that. Oh! I have accidentally cut off a bit while fixing. Oh yeah, one of the things that got cut off earlier. I accidentally broke my, my setup. How did I break it? Don't worry about it. It was an accidental input, basically. Okay, that should be better. I'll shuffle some stuff around later, but I think that's about as close as I'm gonna get. I like how I talked about how earlier they were targeting Gallup specifically, and now they're just not. Actually, did I have this avatar last time? I don't think I did. So yeah, that's another new thing that I mentioned when my mic was off. If I did. It's not in the style of an enemy sprite in this game, but from a different game. Which I do plan to resume streaming at some point. Because I've streamed it before. Years and years ago. On a different computer, so this will be a different file. I just want to have a full playthrough under my belt so that I actually remember where the hell everything is and what things do. Please look forward to it. God, I hate this. Number go up. Okay, yeah, only 2 levels. Shouldn't be too bad. Cards are just so devastatingly frail when you have to have them on the front line. Oh, whoops. at least it kept the bighorn attack from hitting us hard, I guess. I think once we hit the target HP, we will be less likely to get stuck in Phoenix Down spirals, which is what I'm afraid of. Because with healing options as limited as this, it's very easy to end up in spirals where you're just dying more slowly. I really wish I knew why sometimes it didn't go off, because I'm pretty sure that's a counter. I'm sorry if there's any, like, noise coming through the mic. I can't really tell if it's picking up the fan or not. Or if it's picking up, like, weird loud wire noises. Falling. Okay, I think that's what was happening. It was falling and reacting to that. No. Yeah, I don't know why I'm seeing it go up when I'm not speaking then. Alright, sorry about that. Not really seeing a huge change in damage output, so I'm assuming that either I've passed the breakpoint where it flips to 1, or these characters just aren't hitting it yet. These characters, like, you can get other... Jesus Christ. I tried to find a breakpoint calculator for... or even like a spreadsheet for the knife damage, but couldn't find one. If one exists, it's a private sheet, so not gonna be able to search it. Good to know that you can get free tents if you grind long enough. The inn here is so cheap, it's just not worth it to take the longer route to the mountain and see if there's any higher payouts there. Because tents are so expensive per tent versus the like 10 gil in this town. Like, it's not even worth using potions to heal up because it's just so much less cost efficient. Oh, hello. That's free bard experience. Goodbye, Garula. Friend to children. Garula, who has never harmed anyone. I briefly lost track of what we were grinding for. Lost in the presse sauce. No thoughts. Only attack. This is the wisdom of Berserker. Berserker's not here, but Berserker is here, if you get me. Trust the Berserker. Ooh. Free gold needle is not unappreciated. I don't think this team really needs... Well, no, Ranger comes late enough that I will probably want to do some Sachi grind. Just to spread out rapid fire a little bit. Thinking about, this might be an Omega team? Because I have Bard Stop. And rapid fire does pierce Omega's... Oh, that's a horrifying thought that this might be a triple crown. A start this bad. A triple crown. That's not what I meant for us. Okay. I did just blink and miss when Galuf leveled up then. I was sitting there like, wow, it's been a while. He doesn't usually take this long to level up after Lena. But no, I had just completely spaced out. The Berserker state took me. Trust in Berserker. The wisdom of Berserker will guide you. Actually, I did enter with a Berserkeress. That would be a very funny edit to make. Oops. Bullying her. Oh right, I forgot how much more base HP Galuf gets than everyone else. Like, it's not a huge amount, as you can see, but it's meaningful in a situation like this, where every bit counts. If he doesn't die, he might end up on potion bot duty. Just because the boss will have a harder time killing him. The two highest speed units, I think, are Lena, or Ferris and Bartz, not Lena and Bartz. I'm just looking at Lena. So, those two will always be on the attack when possible. Or, not speed, agility. You ever just sit down and appreciate the color reuse in these sprites? There's some very clever work happening there to stay under the 15 color limit. And it's only 15, not 16, because one of those colors has to be transparency. In general, I think the sprite work for this game goes unappreciated. Because the GBA sprites aren't that edited from, in terms of like, what's actually there compared to the SNES sprites, or Super Famicom, technically. It's mostly just the actual values were tweaked to make them brighter so they would actually show up on a normal Game Boy screen rather than Game Boy SP, or I'm totally blanking on what that attachment for the GameCube was called. Oh, oops. Berserker was protecting us from Bighorn. Oh, I misread Lena's HP. I'll have to go back after this. She's right in range of being two-shot, and that's... I'm trying to make numbers go up, not go down. What was that? Oh, right. For the actual player sprites, like, what you see is mostly what was there on the Famicom. Barring, you know, the stuff that didn't exist in the Famicom and the Super Famicom version. Ugh. And people talk about the other games a lot, but this game does a lot that I really like within the limits of the system. And I don't think it gets enough appreciation for that. It's just a really lovely game. That's actually part of why I dislike the Matrix remake so much, because the original pixel art sets such a high bar that changing from that, you better make it actually look good or people will not like it. And the Matrix remake failed on that front. And in my opinion, the Pixel remaster also fails a bit on that front because of how washed out the character sprites are. This is an issue I have with all the Pixel remaster sprites. It's like they're all really weakly shaded. And it's an issue that you see mostly in novice pixel artists, where they don't make the differences in the colors sharp enough, so it just kind of blurs out at the intended viewing size. It's especially an issue when you have to consider multiple screens, because some screens, you can see the colors more distinctly than others. I ran into that a few times early on, but especially with dark colors, it was very easy for any attempt at shading to end up looking flat. In the Pixel remaster, it's a big... words. The biggest issue is with blues and yellows. So you don't see it quite as badly in the FF5 sprites. You see it most clearly in the FF1, some of the FF3, and Final Fantasy and the FF6 sprites. Because anything that's blue or yellow just looks flat, and it's really bad. It's a lot better than the Matrix remake player sprites, but that bar is in hell. That said, I will at least give the Pixel Remaster this. It doesn't make the environments look bad, too, which was a huge issue with the Matrix remake, where the tiling was just completely broken. And it wasn't, like, in a hard-to-notice spot, either. It was in things like the meteor at the beginning of the game. Oh, hey, everyone leveled up. Oh, no. I just misread. Ferris was close enough that I'm not going to deliberately go for levels on Ferris. But if Bart hits that, then Galuf should easily clear it. So, should be much more doable. Oh, I misremembered. The Wisdom of Berserker. The grind took up more time for the stream than I had hoped when I started, so I think I'm going to see how far we can get with Magician and Forza. Hopefully we can get past them this time. At a time. She's the one I was really worried about, so... Oh yeah, 240. That's not bad. That's the lower range of that's the lower end of acceptable. And like, she's always the frailest, so that's perfectly fine. Come on, Galuf, I need you to wrangle some more Gatlings. This is the downside of a general disinterest in doing freelancer starts for me, is that sometimes you just end up with really bad starts. Oh wait, no, that was job level. Get back out there. I don't actually know what the final thing Bard learns is. Oh, Bard is mastered. So yeah, sing's the last thing it learns. Equip harps is the only thing I usually care about, because I usually end up with at least one Berserker. And Berserkers love equip harp. They don't love harps, they love equipping harp. They love being able to equip a harp. It makes them think about guitars, it makes them go really fast. That is an axe joke, yes. It is a genuinely good ability for Berserker, though, because it's some of the highest magic boost in the game that isn't attached to an actual wizard. And it also boosts agility, which Berserker is heinous at. Let's see. Everyone is at... Save state. Oh right, you can't run on old map. Goodbye. What an absolutely wretched little thought I had. The wretched little thought was doing that for the entire thing. Visuals would be terrible. We are now firmly in don't fuck around mode. Oh, I should feel Ferris. Ah, well. God, guy is so big. I really need to swap where those are. That's going to drive me insane. Ugh. God, it was good I did that when I did. It isn't what I meant to... Fine. Where's my hand? Okay, that explains what happened. I need some potions going up so I don't end up in a recovery spiral. Oh, fuck you! Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think we have the raw damage output to win this once the people start going down. Yeah, I don't think this is a winnable fight. They just output too much damage and I don't do enough. Hmm. 14 might push more people into doing actual damage and not tiny baby damage. Man, this is basically... I've said this before, but this is basically just all the worst parts of the Thief start with none of the benefits. Thief, you can get some really good stuff early. Like, there's a decent early knife steal option. Not the item knife, but the weapon class. That was real attempt number 1, by the way. In a shocking turn of events, the game I hacked to get Bard early may not be equipped to handle Bard early. Honestly, even with all of one win job, the game doesn't really expect you to do that. The game, from very early on, expects you to be wearing many different pants and be cycling them very frequently. Give me a moment. Where'd my hands? Oh, okay. My hand slipped and I had not realized. It's very unfortunate how much of this is going to end up grinding. I was hoping that the levels I got earlier would have been enough. If I end up feeling like we cannot get past Forza Magista without going past 14, I'm going to call in the Freelancer clause early. Because there's a point where it's just like, no, this is boring and bullshit, and I'm only doing this because I made a choice that goes against what the game expects. The initial trying to figure out a way, that's fine. But if we get hard-walled and the only way forward is number go up, there is a point where it's just like, no, that's boring. Oh, for those unfamiliar with the visual differences between the GBA and Super Famicom versions, due to the smaller size of the GBA screen, the top of the battle backgrounds is cut off a bit, which is a shame in a couple instances, because those are animated a little bit in some spots. And they add a certain vibe that you don't... Like, that is a genuine detriment, I think, of the GBA version, where I otherwise think it's mostly up to personal taste. Okay, I think with nothing happening ever to the end of things I can blather about mindlessly. A lot of it is also just that I need to eat. Should I have eaten before I started? Yeah, probably. Will I learn from this? Absolutely not. In my defense, I thought more would be happening than mindless fucking grind before any of the good grinding points in the game. I'm gonna stop here. We'll see if I can hop back in later on tonight. I probably will. But I'm Fantasy 14's down for maintenance. And... oh no, I have one thing to do, but it's something that I can do really fast. And I just realized should have done yesterday. Oops. Forgot I had that planned. It's not related to anything streaming related. Thank you for watching. I'm gonna go. Nutrients.